How not to represent a nation, the Sean Sobers misstep. There are moments in politics when a leader is given the sacred responsibility to be the voice of a nation. Sean Sobers, on his very first day as Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, was given that chance. Instead, he chose to gamble with our nation's dignity and he lost. Rather than stepping into the role with care, diplomacy, and maturity, Sobers rushed into the global arena like a man chasing headlines, not solutions. He weighed in on the heartbreaking disappearance of young Thomas Vasquez in Antigua and Barbuda not with the empathy of a statesman or the wisdom of a regional partner, but with the recklessness of someone desperate to appear in charge. Let's be clear, every child that vanishes tears a hole through a family's soul. Every anguished mother, like Thomas Vasquez's, deserves support and answers. But what Sobers did wasn't about compassion, it was about optics. Without a single official communication with Antiguan authorities, without a shred of verified information, he went to the press. He didn't whisper his concerns to his regional counterparts, he shouted blame across borders. And in doing so, he insulted a fellow Caribbean nation and shamed his own. Prime Minister Gaston Browne's sharp response wasn't just defensive, it was the voice of a country rightfully offended. He saw what many of us did, a newly minted minister using the tragedy of a missing boy as political currency. Browne didn't just defend Antigua, he exposed Trinidad and Tobago's hypocrisy. How can our government point fingers when over 500 of our own citizens go missing every year? When our families cry out, are they met with the same urgency Sobers pretended to show for Vasquez? What's worse, Sobers admitted that no prior outreach had been made by his ministry. So rather than quietly initiating the diplomacy that should have happened months ago, he paraded failure in front of cameras, as if exposing a broken system would somehow heal a mother's grief or strengthen regional ties. This is not leadership. This is dangerous grandstanding. Where was the preparation? Where was the coordination? Where was the respect? When Sobers spoke, he didn't just speak for himself. He spoke for Trinidad and Tobago. And instead of standing tall with the quiet strength of real diplomacy, he exposed us as unprepared, uncoordinated, and unworthy of regional trust. Diplomacy is not performance. It is presence. It is humility. It is showing up, not showing off. In one interview, Sean Sobers didn't just make himself look like an amateur, he made his country look careless. To every parent searching for a child, to every Caribbean neighbor watching us, to every citizen of this republic who expects better, we deserve a foreign minister who understands the weight of his words. We deserve representation that heals, not harms. This cannot be the standard. Trinidad and Tobago is better than this. And our people, our missing, our grieving, our forgotten, deserve far more than a press stunt. They deserve leadership that leads with heart, not ego.